All right, anyway. Oh, and let's wrap it up with, well, then a little political thing. Maybe I should drink up here. Should I take a killer chug so I start feeling my buzz here and then I go into a rant? I have very few notes here to take because I really didn't think about a whole lot. Let me think. I read the paper today. Did I see anything that was good there? This woman recently came out with a book, and it was on a podcast. And if you're interested, you can leave a comment and I'll look it up for you. But this woman wrote a book about the what did she call it? The child man or something like that. And when I listened to this description, I said, well, it kind of sounds like me. I'm not so much into the video games and the model trains, or I don't really play with real toys. I mean, I've got my computer and my electronics, and but mostly, my toys are like manly toys: hammers, anvil, power tools. I guess those are toys in a way. My forge, that was one of my big toys. Oh, and my English wheel. If any of you ever see some of those chopper videos where what was that guy, Jesse James, and he uses an English wheel? I've never watched any of them, but people go, oh wow, you have an English wheel. Oh yeah, that's like that Jesse James guy. And so those are my kind of toys, metalworking toys, and and then the mamby-pamby jewelers toys. I've got like a flex shaft, and so I can do that really intricate grinding on silver. What am I talking about? She was talking about a trend in this country of men that don't marry, and they just sort of stay locked in their childhood. I thought, sounds like me. So depressing. But if I could have called in and talked to her, I would have said, well, hasn't there always been the perennial bachelor? And not because you're gay, but because, just marriage isn't right for you. They say that having children is some sort of mark of a true maturity. And is that the measuring stick? I mean, maybe it's smart for me not to breed, Maybe the smart thing. I don't know. All right. And okay, now a little political thing. I don't know why I talked about that, but, feel free to comment on that. Any of you other child men out there? I forgot what you did, something like that. I'll finish off this scotch. The other day, I had an idea. And I'm sure I was not the first one to think about it. But this is about politics. And if anybody out there is following this closely, the presidential nominations, and I'm speaking specifically about Barack Obama and Hillary. They say that if you Google Hillary Clinton, the hits that you're going to get are some of the most vicious, name-calling, vile, misogynistic posts, websites devoted to Hillary Clinton that are just horrendous, horrendously mean, because she's a woman and because she's a Clinton. There is some real hatred, real venomous stuff about Hillary Clinton on the internet. Barack Obama, you would think him being black, that there would be a lot more. But actually there's more hatred devoted to Hillary Clinton. So if you remember a while back when Colin Powell was such a star, years ago, there was talk about him possibly being the first black president because he was a Republican, conservative, war hero of sorts, and it seemed like they had a possibility. There was talk about him running for the Republican Party, but his wife said, "Don't you dare! I don't want to worry about you like that, because a man." Even then, a black man running for president, somebody's going to take a shot at you. Well, now we have Barack Obama. That talk hasn't been a whole lot. And somebody said, well, this guy at work said, oh yeah, somebody already said that. Well, I had the idea. I said, And they showed like a picture in the paper of Barack Obama standing next to Hillary Clinton, and they said almost looks like a ticket. If Barack Obama were to run for president, if he got the nomination, which I'm pulling for him now, okay? You know, Dennis Kucinich dropped out. My man Edwards, he dropped out. So I'm getting behind Barack Obama. And if he picked Hillary as his running mate, that would be his life insurance. Because if somebody tried to take a pot shot at Barack Obama, Hillary would be president. It's not that funny, but it kind of is in a way. But it's sad. We have to think like that in this country, isn't it? You know, Margaret Thatcher was a woman, and I mean, she was hated for being such an awful conservative and really, really clamping down on the working class in England. Elvis Costello wrote a song about Margaret Thatcher, and it had a line in it about like when she's dead, he'll like go over to her grave and tramp the dirt down. So apparently, I mean, there was some real hatred towards her. Some American conservatives, though, hold her in high esteem. So don't hate Hillary because she's a woman. Hate her for what she stands for. I mean, her liberal beliefs or something. You know, but some of this stuff, like that guy standing up with a sign that says, "Iron my shirt." Come on, is that really funny? It's not. You know, and come on, in the grand scheme of things, when they talk about how ugly she is, or you know how big her thighs are, or her pantsuits, come on, what's that about? That's just stupid. I mean, actually, as far as women go, she's not a bad-looking woman. Come on, not my type, but all right, okay. Anyway, I watched that video about I have a crush on Hillary, and it was pretty cool. I did. I thought it was very cool. All right, anyways, I'm going to wind this up. Hope you all have a good week, and that this Fez night, I mean, it kind of sucked. You know, not enough drama, you know, maybe not enough anger. Or maybe it's because I drank beer instead of gin. You know, gin just makes that Fez night just click, doesn't it? All right. Have a great week, and I hope you're all well, okay? And if you watch the Super Bowl, I hope your team won. Yay. Cheers.